do not work for the active trader. Now, when I first saw this topic, I was like, you know what, my mentors and my other brokers, the traders in the room, all of them were like, Fausto, you know what? This is what people keep asking. We got to talk about this. And I'm like, you know what? That's exactly right. A lot of you spend a lot of money, a lot of time talking about charts and don't realize that sometimes you're doing the opposite. And I want to focus on that and educate all of you a little bit more about it. Now, what we're going to talk about is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about, one of you just mentioned earlier, about monitoring Nasdaq stocks. I'm going to teach you how to follow dominating market makers, brokerage firms, how to follow institutions, high frequency trades, the algorithms that you hear that you're so scared about. You see what's happening today in the world with this whole new, forget about did we forget about the virus already? Now we're talking about a war. I mean, there's just been so much action and volatility that you need to be prepared and hope for the best, but you got to be prepared for the worst, because great traders always benefit from catastrophes, and we're going to start focusing on some of those, and we'll show you where to find them. But before we do that, just quick little warning, everybody. There's going to be no guarantees. There's not going to be any warranties what we're talking about today. This is strictly educational, so you just want to make everyone clear that if you invest in the market, you could lose not everything, but probably more than that. So I like to put the fear in God in everybody, because everybody thinks this is so easy, but it's not. But if you get it and you follow along, it might be something you've been looking for a long, long time. Now, what we're going to learn is, like I said just about a couple of seconds ago, we're going to talk about how to find stocks that are moving. We call them tradable and non-tradable. We're going to talk about something called Level 3, the ECN book. And we're also going to talk about Level 4, which some of you are going to be so overwhelmed. When I show you, I got some unbelievable examples I'm going to show you. The market was up almost 600 points today. There was a nice rally. We're going to talk about some things I'm going to say, wow, how did I not see this happening? We're going to teach you that, how it's going to work. I'm also going to show you how to do this as a part-time trader, not always a full-time trader. This is not a full-time job. You can make it full-time, but depending on what kind of trader you are, you can apply this to anything. Now, just to let you know a little bit about myself, I've been doing it for about 25 years. I love teaching traders, and some people always ask me, Fausto, if you're such a great trader, why do you teach? Well, let me explain something to you. I'm only as good as the people I surround myself with. The way I've learned how to trade is that I live here in New York. This is the financial capital of the world, and the thing is, the way you become successful is you got to work for great traders, okay? And even though someone teaches you how to trade, you have to still trade with that company. And, and everyone out there, you're probably reading books, you're probably watching videos, but do you have somebody monitoring your journals? Do you have somebody doing coaching classes with you? Do you have somebody that you're trading together with a team of very good traders and you're kicking out all the bad ones? That's how you learn how to be very good at it. And hopefully at the end of this presentation, every single one of you are going to come and join me live, and I'm going to show you everything we talked about. You're going to meet every trader. It's all going to be online in the trading room, and you're going to see why we've been in business for 25 years. I'm also the author of a book, How to Beat Market Makers at Their Own Game. So it's a great fast read. Basically published by Wiley, one of the most world-renowned brand name publishers in the world. Great read, but the thing is this: I'm not here to sell you a book. I'm here to teach you to get involved, how to trade. That's the most important part. Now, that's realistically how I got started. This is a great photo. It was actually showcased on Forbes magazine. A bunch of kids tournamenting Wall Street. What I always get a kick about this picture right here is the monitor, the 15-inch monitor. Look at that monitor. You know what's amazing? We would make money on a 15-inch monitor, and some people have about 6 monitors, 27-inch monitors, and they still can't make money. You know why? It's not the monitor that makes you money. It's not the computer that makes you money. It's not the internet speed that makes you money. It's the tools that make you money. If you're not trading what everyone else is using on the floor of the exchange, you're pretty much trading blind, which most of you are going to realize that you've been trading backwards. Now, this is a picture of my parents. I'm first-generation Italian. My parents came here from Italy for a better life back after the World War II. And what ended up happening, my father taught me, he says, listen, the way you make money is you find people that are very good at it. And no matter what the cost is, you work for free, I don't care. But if you want to have a successful career, you need to follow the people that are great at it and stay away from the bad ones. It's like saying, listen, you hang out with troublemakers, you become a troublemaker. You hang out with rich people, you become rich. But that's why I think I've been married for about 23 years, worked out so well, because I got a job that I love. I could spend more time with my family. I could do it anywhere in the world. And I think a lot of you here, maybe you're retired or you're going to be retired. You don't want to go back to work. And you're seeing after what happened with COVID, and you're seeing what's happened with the markets, like, you know what? Why not try this? Try something different. Because I am looking for traders like you at the end of the day. And you see these people, they're just like you. They're doctors, they're lawyers, they're engineers, they're grandmas and grandpas, they're border control people, firemen, pilots, oil and gas. I mean, some of the, regular everyday people, salesmen, car salesmen, business owners, just everyone. And hopefully you all could be the same. Now, before we get started, now you know a little bit about me. I want to know a little bit about you. So I'm going to do a quick poll. We're going to have some fun. All right. Can you tell me a little bit about you, traders? Are you stock traders, option traders, Forex traders? Just out of curiosity, what kind of traders are you? Just want to see what kind of traders we got. Tim, just put that in the trading. Same thing with you, Stuart. Now, just to let you know, I'm more of a stock trader. I do mainly day trading and swing trading. I like to day trade because I like to sleep at night. Okay, I make my day's pay and so on. But I do swing trades. If I see something really good, I'll spin it into a swing trade. I see we have a lot of options traders here. Let me explain something to you about options. If you want to be a good stock trader, you better know how to trade the stock first. It's the movement of the stock that makes an option move. It's good for leverage, but it's always first to trade when it comes to that. Joe, you do day trading options? Very good. Okay. Now, the thing is this, one last thing before we move forward, okay? And then we're going to start beginning. With everybody here, I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to share it so you can see everyone what the results are. Honestly, if you've been doing something more than, I don't know, maybe 60 to 90 days, and it's not working out, you got two options. Find a new mentor or try a different exchange. You want to trade the markets, but if you're not doing good in futures, there's a reason. It might not be for you. The guy might not be that bad of a person. It's just not your style. Same thing for the options. So I know a lot of people are always nervous to say, oh, you hear good things, bad things about trading stocks, but you know what? When you turn on the TV, that's all they talk about. When the market gets affected, they talk about this. And you know what's the second most popular thing they talk about? Cryptocurrency. So you know what? If they're talking about it, trade what they know, because you can't be a leader. You have to be a follower. And that's not a bad thing, because we're just trying to make a day's pay. Now, this week, what we're going to do is going to talk about and get you guys involved in our trading room. We want you to see what other people are making money. We don't want you to judge us on our winners. We want you to judge us on our losers and how we control them, because that's everybody's biggest issue. But here are some of the stocks that we traded. AGRI, okay? Now, right here, hold on, let me get my little pointer here so you can follow along. There we go. All right. So this is our Twitter feed. Okay, you can follow us on Twitter. We're live every morning on YouTube and Facebook also. And this basically the stocks that we traded. And you can see some of the students here telling you, Kathleen, Philip, they're trading in the hours, and they're showing you and they're calling how much money they made on the stock. And the big thing is we don't try to go out there and teach our traders to kill it. We just want to make a day's pay. So we do things on a point system. Now, you could see how the stock went from $2 to $5, okay? But it moved up really nicely and in a short period of time. Now, the answer is it's not finding them on the chart. You know what I mean? The question is how to go out there and finding out, why did that stock go up? Who ran it up? You have to understand something, that you need to understand that there are people out there that trade millions and millions of shares of a specific stock. You cannot beat them. And if you think you're going to beat them, my advice to you is you should quit trading right now because you're wasting your time. And please don't take that in a bad way. Listen, I'm a little brash, okay? I don't know if it's the way I was raised or because I was from New York, but please don't hold it against me. But I hate seeing people lose money. And the reason people lose, they keep focusing on the what happened in the past, but never realize it's the future. AGRI is not a penny stock. We don't trade penny stocks here. And I'll tell you why, Frank, because I can't follow the orders. You can't follow orders in it, okay? And at the end of the day, Frank, do you really care what you trade or you want to make money? You know what? Tell me you traded Apple. You know, Apple hasn't done anything in the past year, okay? If you had it from last year to this year, what did the stock do? It went from 120 and right now it's at 150. Big deal. I'd rather trade that stock AGRS. I get to risk almost 100 times less with the same amount of reward. With actually not the same amount of reward, with probably a 200-300% more profit. All right, so what we're going to talk about is we're going to focus on these three things: level 2, level 3, and level 4. All right. Now, does anybody here have level 2? Just give me a chat. Just give me a yes or no. Anybody have level 2 quotes? Okay, Peter, you have it and stuff like that. Glenn? Well, Glenn, we all know. Good to see you, Glenn. Looks like we got a bunch of students here too. Awesome. Now, just to reiterate what level 2 is, it's basically outdated. It's been outdated since the late 90s, early 2000s. But I'm going to explain to you what it is. All right. You got your buyers, which is buys. That's the bid. And you have your ask, and that's sellers. So you have 2 columns. You got 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. So the first row is the 4-letter abbreviation of an exchange like Nasdaq, New York Stock Exchange, Archipelago. The second column is the price that stock is trading at that exchange. And the third column is how many shares they want to buy. Now, whoever wants to buy for the most is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for the less is down at the bottom. Whoever wants to sell their shares for the most is up here. Whoever wants to sell it for more money is down at the bottom. So what you're looking at is a big chat room. That's basically what it is. Now, for some of you here, you're looking at this, you probably don't pay attention to it because it moves so fast, and it doesn't really tell you all the data. That's what it's all about. You need to find the depth. Remember, there's not just one person trading the stock on Nasdaq. There are thousands of people trading the stock at Nasdaq, and they're buying it at different prices. You need to know where that price is. So, question. And the question is this: do you have level 3 access? Let's see if you guys can answer this question. Do you have level 3 access? Total view. By the way, I'm actually a guest speaker on Nasdaq. Now, Nasdaq, the exchange, invites me to come on. You can watch some of the videos on our homepage. You can watch our YouTube channel. But you have to understand something. Nasdaq wants you to know how to trade the exchange. If you forget about all that other crap that everyone's telling you about. Oh, the ETFs. This is the kind of ETF you got to trade. This is these pools. Listen. At the end of the day, when you go on the floor of the exchange, you need to know how the market works. And it all starts right here. Okay? So let me just share and see how many people have who do not have it. Okay? So I'm going to share those results. So some of you have it, some of you don't. So let me explain to you how it works, because I know some of you are looking forward to this part. Now we're going to get into what trading is all about. You have buyers and you have sellers. Same exact thing as level 2, but there's a very big difference. Level 2 is only showing you this guy and this guy, that buyer and that seller. It's not showing you all the buyers and all the sellers. You see, there's a buyer right here that wants to buy CLEN. He wants to buy 610 shares, and there are 3 orders out there that make it. But what you're not going to see in level 2 is this 110,000 share buyer at 1290. Now think about this for a second. Look at all these shares, right? Look at all these shares, 100, 200, 70,000. And then all of a sudden, what sticks out is this big block order out there. Now, you have to understand something, fellow traders. How do stocks go up and go down? Evelyn, we didn't get there yet. Evelyn says, how we get level 3. We didn't get there yet, okay? But my question to you is this, Evelyn and everybody else. How do stocks go up and go down? Let's see if you guys can answer this question. Dennis, you're right. Anyone else? Glenn, you're right. Brian, listen, there are almost 200 people in here. You're in an auditorium with 200 people in this room, okay? Think about this. If you can't answer this question, nobody's making you stand up in front of the audience, okay? If you cannot answer this question, you should quit trading. It's a very simple question. So if you said buyers and sellers, supply and demand, congratulations, you just passed trading, okay? So what is this? This is a big buyer, and these are no sellers. Now, let me get to trading 101 and why charts don't really work, okay, for the active trader. Everyone's always looking for supports and resistance levels, okay? Now, when you go back in history, and we're going to show you a couple of charts in the next couple of slides, you're looking for that support and resistance. The problem is sometimes that support level and that resistance level is not going to dictate the future, okay? So, but what can dictate the future are if those buyers that were in the past are in the future. So as much as most people are focusing on the past, on previous past history, it's not always indicative of the future unless you have those buyers and sellers out there. And as we show you a couple of more of these slides, it's going to make a little bit sense. So now I need your 110% attention, okay? Because what you're about to see right now is going to be extremely disturbing. And you know why? Because you're going to realize trading is not as hard as people make it to be. It's just that you've been trading blind this whole time. Joe's question, can level 3 show you big block orders from the dark pools? Well, you just looked at one right there. Okay, Joe? You just witnessed one. Now, let's look at this example right here. Here you have a stock that started at $10. And right at the open, which is around 9:30, okay, the stock goes all the way down and it stops specifically at $7.50. And it sat there for about 1, 2, 3 hours. Did not want to break it. Why did it pick 750? Why couldn't it stop at 9? Why not 7? Why 750? You ever think about that for a second? Like, why? And you know what? It hit it, it went up. It hit it, it went up. It hit it, it went up. It hit it, went up. It hit it, and finally it went up all the way to 845. Why? Exactly, Joe. Because right here on the Nasdaq exchange, there was a 92,000 share buyer out there. Okay? Listen, there's buyers at 755, 753. But the big block order, the one that we see most, was right there. And there was 16 orders around the entire world that made up that 92,000 shares. So let's think about this for a second. Do you think you know more than that 92,000 share buyer out there? Do you think like, oh, that's fake? That's fake. I don't know what that means. I don't believe Nasdaq. I don't believe the exchange. That's a fake order. Yeah? You know what? You think it's so fake? When you come to my trading room, I'll find a 92,000 share order and we'll use your money. You tell me how fake it is. Okay? So if anyone ever tells you they're fake, you better get out of the way because there is no way that's a fake order. First, you can't put a fake order on the exchange. So why would anyone even say that? All right? So that is officially a support level. Joe, we didn't get to that question. Joe, and you got some great questions. We're going to get to that, okay? You're jumping ahead, but you're starting to think right. Listen, you think what you see right now, there's going to be even more awesome. Now, let's look at our resistance levels. Okay, what do you say? Here's a stock that went from $2. It started this morning, and this is the stock we were talking about, AGRI, went all the way up to 5. And then it hit there around 12 o'clock, and then it started going down to 4. Now, how could we have had a game plan to know where to get out at $5? Well, when you look over here well, if the stock's going up, what you want to look for is sellers, okay? And the sellers were right here at $5. How do you know? Because there was a 250,000 share seller out there. I mean, this is not 250 shares. There's not 2,000 shares, not 100 shares. There's a 215,000 share seller, and he's been out there for a while, and he was on the Nasdaq book viewer. This, once again, is not Fausto's or Cyber Trading University's robot. This is not our algorithm. This is the exchange of the Nasdaq market. This is the floor of the exchange, okay? And the mistake that people make is, well, let me go check the Bollinger Band. Oh, what was the MACD doing? Oh, what's the Fibonacci doing? I don't care about any of that stuff. All I care about that somebody's out there selling at 215, and I better get out before him, or I'm going to be the sucker that's going to not get out, and that winner could end up being a loser. Let's go over a couple more examples. All right. Let's look at Delta Airlines. All right. Now, stock is trending down, right? Stock's trending down. The question is when is the stock going to hit support levels? How would you find that out, fellow traders? How would we find out where is the buyers? How are we going to find support? What do we need to do? You can look back in the past, right, John? Right, Mike? But what do we need? We need to see where the orders are. We need Nasdaq book viewer. We need level 3. Exactly. We got to look in the future. So, because right now this is irrelevant to me. I don't know what the hell this is telling me. I mean, listen, could this Delta Airlines could it go to 0? You know what? It could happen. I've seen banks go out of business back in the financial crisis, but realistically, there's always going to be buyers somewhere. Maybe they want to cover a short, whatever it is. But let's go hop over here on Nasdaq book viewer, okay? And you'll notice right here that I found a 92,000 share buyer at 28. Now, when you compare it to every other order out there, that's about almost 100 times more than the average trader out there. I mean, they're maybe even 1,000. I mean, are people looking to buy 100 shares for crying out loud? 92,000 shares? I mean, out of every price out there, that is one big, substantial buyer, don't you think? So what do you think is going to happen when we get down to $28.30, fellow traders? In theory, what do you think is going to happen? Exactly. It's going to go up, Mike. It's going to go up, Bill. It's going to go up, Joe. It's going to bounce, right? So let's go back to the chart. So from 10:30 all the way to 11, if you were patient and you knew he was out there, the stock went from 28 and went right back to 29, 28.40. Do the math. If you bought 1,000 shares of that stock, all right, 1,000 shares, not 90,000, 1,000, and if you went from 28.40 to $29, that's 60 cents. 60 cents on 1,000 shares in less than an hour is $600. You make $600, that's a $100,000 a year salary. Who here doesn't want that job? I know I do. I know I do. You might not think 60 cents might not sound a lot, but when you calculate and do that every day over the course of the year, pays a lot more than $15 an hour, I could tell you that, or working for Amazon, all right, being a car delivery person. Now, let's look at American Airlines. Okay, American Airlines is steadily moving up, right? Now, the game plan is where we're going to sell it. Do I know where to sell it? Hell no. I'm just a peasant over here. I'm just getting crumbs. But I know there's somebody out there. There are institutions, there are high frequency trades or dark pools out there. They need to get out of it. the CEO of American Airlines. I don't know. Someone is out there other than me and you, just the ants. Okay. So I got to go to the exchange. And I'm going to the exchange. I'm looking over there because I'm looking for sellers because that's resistance. And I noticed that we have a 54,000 share seller at $14.25. Now, without even thinking twice, do you think I want to question that guy? No. And if you did, guess what? We hit there in less than 10 minutes. It went from 14.25 down to 13.60. All that hard work that you made that money and you were counting your chickens and looking forward to take your spouse out for a nice early lunch blew up in your face because you didn't watch the big boys. Now, did I lose anybody? Is anyone confused? And is everybody following along? Good. My next question is, does that seem hard? Does that seem difficult? Do you think you're capable of finding what we call here iceberg orders? Right? Those are big block orders. Right? Think about how complicated you make trading go. I had people like, let's go check the heat map on a MACD with a Bollinger Band with a 200 moving average. Yeah, you do that. Okay, I'll just focus on this guy. You think they're looking at that? You know what? Go turn on your TV, put on CNBC, because the reason why I say CNBC, because they're broadcasting live on the New York Stock Exchange. Look behind them. Look at all the monitors. You tell me how many indicators you see. You know what you see? Zero. But you know what you do see? This. Who are the best traders? The guys that you see on that floor. That's why you need to follow these iceberg orders. Okay? Marie says easy to follow. You know what? You know what the hardest part, Marie, and everyone else? The greed. It's the greed. Everybody's like, oh, you know what? That seems too easy. I just made $600 in 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Maybe, sometimes they don't think how much money that really is. And then they get greedy and they fail. That's my only issue I have with traders. But that's okay, because my goal is I don't teach you how to make money. I teach you how to stop losing it. Because the more mistakes you make, the faster you're going to realize enough's enough. Why do I keep getting greedy? Why, reviewing your journals, seeing you make mistakes, eventually you're going to learn it, because you're going to want to make this work. If you're here today, you want to make this successful. Now, well, we didn't get, Kathleen, we're going to get to that. By the way, you guys got some great questions, okay? And you know what? I need to hold them up till the end, because we got a lot of people in here. I know a lot of people got to be somewhere. I only have about an hour, but I'm going to answer those questions in detail. I'm on slide 30, and I got 30 more to go, okay? So it's real. I'm glad, but I'm ecstatic you guys are asking these questions. Now, let's go to the next one. Do you have level 4? Now, does anyone ever heard of level 4 before? That sounds like it rhymes almost. Some of you do, some of you don't. Actually, a lot of you don't. Okay, good. All right, so now this is going to get really cool. So you have to understand something, that you've just looked at one exchange, which is Nasdaq. But we didn't see what was going on in the New York Stock Exchange. We didn't look and see other exchanges that are out there, right? EDGX, ASCE. There are other exchanges. The Chicago Exchange. I mean, just because there's one guy on the Nasdaq doesn't mean there's a shitload in New York Stock Exchange, right? So what you're seeing right here is we're aggregating all these exchanges to one exchange, okay? Now, right here, you'll notice this is a heat map. And what we're seeing now is we're seeing not just the order, but now we're seeing it. And we're seeing how long that guy's been out there. How long did he get executed? So we're kind of like, we have a platform out there that now we're getting to see it visually, not just numbers. Because some of us, I get people say, well, the numbers move so quickly, you know, whatever it is. I mean, you could spot them. I mean, we're looking at a screenshot, so it's a little bit easier when it's flat, when it's there. But sometimes these stocks move a little quickly and it's kind of hard to read. But when you see it come up on a chart, because you're still going to get the level 3 version, which is right here, you know, this whole area right here. But now you're going to see, okay, when was that guy out there? Did he get executed? Now, the darker colors indicate that those are very big, substantial orders. And when you look at this chart right here, you see how it's going down, right? I mean, like, but at the end of the day, it's like, is it support levels? Well, yeah. You got a 229,000 share buyer out there. I think so. Now, this is the issue, because one of you asked this question, and that's why I'm going to bring it up right now. What happens if the sellers don't get executed? You know, or somebody keeps pushing it down like this one, and you could see it that, you know, they keep saying, you know what, I'm trying to sell it. They're not buying it. Let me lower my bid. Let me lower my bid. I mean, people could push a stock down, and you could see them over the course of the day or, you know, in several minutes. Because if you don't see those orders and you don't see that trader out there or that algorithm or that dark pool say, hey, listen, I got to dump the stock. If you don't see that happening, you're going to get stuck, and all of a sudden stock will go from 11.49 all the way down to $10. And next thing you know, it's like, crap, I just blew, you know, $1, you know, in a matter of 10 minutes. How did I not see that guy was out there trying to dump hundreds of thousands of shares? And that's where it comes down to it. So you have to follow the money. It's as simple as that. Because guess what? Not only did it start from the price we saw at 12, but it went from 11, it went from 10, it went from 1080. Crap, it just look at the thing, it just keeps dropping. The guy keeps showing up and keeps dumping it and dumping it and dumping it. So you can hope all you want, fellow traders, but if this guy is out there selling hundreds of thousands of shares and you're not following him, you're pretty much trading blind. Now, does anybody here use Thinkorswim? Do you have any Thinkorswim people out there? Yeah, okay, good. Because guess what? I've been educating for Thinkorswim when they first opened. I don't know if you guys know the founder, Tom Sosnoff. He's actually a good friend of mine. I was a regular guest at Thinkorswim because, you know, obviously being an options platform and him being an options floor trader, they had a lot of great options trader people that do trade stocks on there. And they just came out with they just implemented the level 4 on their platform. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you can look me up on YouTube, you know, please subscribe to us. Please like us. We broadcast live. And, you know, like I said, just look up Cyber Trade University and you'll be able to see, you know, get that level 4. But on these videos, I'll show you how to get it. Okay. But you got to subscribe to it and you'll get that video. Now, one last thing I want to show you what happened today. I want to show you real-time data right here on level 4. Okay. So right here, we're looking at American Airlines. And you see right here, let me move over here. Okay, so you could see right here, this is the open, 9:30. Does everybody see this? Okay, so at the open, American Airlines went from $15, shot all the way up to about $15.70. You could see that right there. And then it came all the way down, came crashing right around, you know, around 9:45. And right here, you see this right here? See this little red thing right here? See this right here? This right here, fellow traders, was 100,000 share buyer. And if you notice, there was no buyers out here. But this guy showed up and he added to his order 100,000 shares. Now, do we have any students in here that watch? Because I trade the stock today. And I was sitting there, I was watching it, waiting. Okay. Look what happened when it hit $15. What did the stock do, everybody? What did it end up doing? Exactly. It went up. It hit that buyer and it shot straight up to about 1550 in a matter of, I don't know, what is that, 10 minutes? Okay. Right, Patrick? It went to the moon. Thanks for sharing that. Let me just put that in the room because a lot of people can't see. We kind of lock up the chat on that. Now, how did I know it was going up? I didn't know. I just followed the money. That's all I did, and I followed the money, right? Now, look what ends up happening right now, okay? I'm going to zoom out here. Now, if you notice right here, see this right here? That is $15.80. Now, around 10 o'clock, that stock showed up with this big, big seller right there. You see him right there? And if you look here on the right, how much money is, how many shares is that? Can anybody add that up? Around 1580? What does that say right there on the right? Let's see if you guys can read that. Anybody see that? This is all real time. This is all live right now. This is going on right now as we speak. That's right. 69,000 shares. Okay? You know how much money that is? Think about it. And not only that, he was out there at 11 o'clock. So the stock went all the way up there to 1580. All right? And guess what? Now the stock started going down. Now, when I zoom out of here, look at this. This guy's been out there, and he's still out there from the close. And then not only that, but you had another guy behind him that was looking to sell another 100,000 shares, okay? So, and that's why the stock went from 1580 all the way back down to about 1520. If you knew that there was almost a 300,000 share seller out there at 1580, do you want to own it or do you want to sell it? And I think just by seeing what's going on, we all know the answer. And not only was he out there at 11 o'clock, he's been out there all day till the close. Now, you think about this for a second, fellow traders. How much better and smarter trading decisions if you were able to see these big iceberg orders on positions that you're in right now? Okay? How many times when you buy a stock and as soon as you buy the damn thing, it goes down? And then how many times when soon as you sell it, the damn thing goes up? And then you feel like somebody's watching you, right? Anyone ever have that problem? Ever feel like that situation happens? I bring it up all the time. I tell my traders all the time in events like this. And it happens to you, John, right? Do you feel like somebody's watching? You know what your problem is? They're not watching you. You're not watching them. Now you have the opportunity to watch what they do. Now think how much better and trading decisions would you make if you were able to see that. That's the beauty about trading when it comes into the market. So now let's look at indicators. What indicator is easy to read? Indicator number one or chart number two? What's easier? You got a MACD, you got a moving average, momentum, RSI, all this stuff right here. Oh, really? Chart number two is easy to read? You know what? I think it's easy to read too. But there are people that could read this stuff back and forth. And how's that working out for you? I would rather see the 250,000 share buyer at 15 than try to figure out all this spaghetti going on right here. I don't know what the hell that is anyway. All right. So that's trading. Listen, traders use indicators because you know what? It tells just a fraction of the story, what happened in the past and everything else, but it doesn't tell you the future. All right. The future is following the money. And like I say, technical analysis paralysis. Stop analyzing and try to think that you're some, chart guru. Just follow the money. Forget about the past. Focus on the future. Look for those 250,000 share sellers. And by the way, every single one of you, I'm going to invite you in my trading room so you could see this live. And then you'll see why we are, Cyber Trader University, why we've been in business for 25 years, why I'm a 12-time world champion, beating every school I competed against, why we're endorsed by every brokerage firm, which probably, if any of you took any training courses, no one can ever say that. And also why I have a 5-star rating in Google. And then if you do a Google search, reviews on people's names, they don't even have a Google review. You ever think about that for a second? That's what you got to look at. Somebody's ringing on my doorbell. I'm working from home today, which is awesome. And of all days, people got to come now. All right. Anyway, let's get back. Let's talk about something else right here. Hold on one second. What I want to do right now, everybody, is I want to invite all of you to see this live and watch what's going on. Okay? I want to show you exactly how we find these things, how things work, how we trade these stocks, all that good stuff. Okay? So how are you going to see this? You're going to do it from the luxury of home. You're going to watch it in a cyber group trading room. Everybody. You're going to watch it in a room, and you're not going to judge. And listen, I don't want you to look at me. I don't want you to look at my instructors. I want you to look at the traders in the room. That's what I want you to look at. See how we train them to think for themselves, how to make their own trades, to realize, do people actually make money doing it? You be the judgment of it. That's what it's going to come down to. So this is basically our agenda here at Cyber Trader University. We start trading at 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. We do a lot of pre-market trading. We do a live audio broadcast at 9 a.m. Then what we do is we take a break at 10:30. We come back and trade the afternoon. So depending on where you are in this world, maybe you're not an early bird. Maybe you're in California. Maybe maybe you're in London. Whatever it is, there are really two really good times to trade: the first hour and the last hour. Now, and that's when we do commentary. Every Tuesday, like today, we have a workshop that we do in the middle of the day, which is where we'll take some of you traders, we'll review your journals, and we'll just sit there and we'll tell you what you did right and what you did wrong, which is a very great feature that the traders learn from. Remember, this is not a full-time job. You can't be there all day. You just got to literally go out there and know what's going on. Now, and we did some other amazing changes also. We also just implemented an alert service. So what happens is that if you can't be here by a computer, don't worry about it. You could access it on your phone. You could access the trading room. We'll send you alerts if we see something going on. Maybe you're concerned about something. You're in a swing trade. We're right there, right at your fingertips. Listen, we care. All right. We're not a person that's going to hide behind, emails. We're not a person that's going to hide behind, a text message. We are human beings. We actually, when you become one of our students, we're going to talk to you on the phone. Okay. Because we want to make sure that if you're going to do this, you're going to do it right or don't do it at all. Because trading is a very big failure rate and it really sucks to lose all that money. So you're going to get all these great features. Now, this is the deal. All we're asking for is that you pay $9. That's it, $9. And you know what you're going to get for $9? You're going to get this, a 1-week trial in our trading room. You're going to get live commentary, 3 workshops, traders talk. I mean, money back guaranteed. Now, you're probably asking me, like, wait a minute, there's a catch. There's no way that I'm going to get this all for $9. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. I don't know who you are. This is just basically an application fee to get in our room, okay? We want to make sure you say who you say you are. We want to make sure you're a real person, and we're not gonna bill you, after 7 days. So don't worry about that. Like, oh, wait a minute, am I going to be paying a residual? No, listen, you don't want to continue. We don't need you. Okay. I am looking for traders I could teach how to find this information so you could help me and all us traders trade together. And you're going to get this all for $9. That's it, $9. Now, let's take some questions because I know a lot of people asking some questions. Does this strategy work well for volatile markets? This is all about volatility. You're probably sitting there by a computer right now and like, my God, I'm making money, I'm losing money. You know what I mean? Like, of course, this is all about volatility. We don't make money when it's flat. We make it when it goes up and down. How much money would I need to get started? That was another question that came up. And the thing is, $9. That's all you need. Don't worry about, do I got to open up a brokerage account? You're not going to trade. You are only there to watch our traders and watch the customer service and the professionalism, how we treat our traders, people like you, to say, you know what, I finally found someone that really cares about me, that wants me to succeed. So that's all you need to get started. And not only that, but you're going to meet some great traders. You're going to make some good friends. You're going to, just like you heard in the beginning, you heard those testimonials. You're going to see people high-fiving, getting excited. But most importantly, which is everyone's biggest problem, is you're going to see how people get out of it. You know? Richard's question is, what is the cost afterwards? Richard, is that important right now? Listen, if I taught you how to make six figures, would you pay a few $1,000 for that? So I'm not here to tell you what it costs or what worry about. That's the least of your problems. Your problem right now is this: pay the $9, get in the trading room, see the real truth about what and how to do this the right way, and why we've been endorsed by every brokerage firm. We have an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau, a 5-star rating on Google, endorsed by every brokerage firm. And it all starts here. Let us show you the truth about how things work and what separates us from everyone else before you go out there and decide like, oh, what does it cost? What do I need? This and all that stuff. All right. So all that for $9. You know what? I got one more bonus I'm going to throw in there. I got one more thing I'm going to throw in there, including the 1 week. If you're the first 20 people that register right now, I will give you a free coaching class myself. I will actually go on the phone. We'll set up an appointment after you've been in the room, and I will talk to you. And you know what kills people? They're like, I spent $5,000 with a school, and I couldn't even talk to anyone on the phone. It was all in this, evergreen webinar or whatever. No, you know why? Because they don't care about you. And my thing is this: I'll be the first one to tell you if you should continue or not. Because if I don't see that you're qualified, I don't want you in the room. You know what I mean? Because if you lose money, I'm going to feel bad, and I don't need the scrutiny. So you're going to see the truth. And you know what? You're going to answer that question for yourself. You're going to be like, you're going to be super sold, or you're going to be like, you know what? This is not for you. But it all starts right here. Kurt, the tools that you're going to get are all going to be in the trading room. You're going to see the level 3. You're going to see the level 4. You're going to see the watch list. You're going to see the percentage gainers and losers. I'm going to teach you how to tape read. I can only teach you in an hour. I can only spark your interest. I can't get you in there. Now, I'm getting a lot of registrations in here. Let me just do a couple of shout outs while I go there. Michael Schmitz, I got your registration. Angel Verdi, I got your registration. Who's the guy who's been talking all the time? Who's been asking me questions? I didn't see you answering. I didn't see you guys register yet. Oh, Joe. I didn't see you register yet, Joe. Okay. Who else we got here that just registered? We got Charles K, Craig, Kendall. We got your registration. $9. It's $9. Think of how much I showed you. Think about how much smarter and better trading decisions you would make if you were able to see those $250,000 shares. Look at this right here. If you knew that there was a 250,000 share seller out there, which you see right here, and you got out at 28, and because you got greedy because some stupid Fibonacci told you, and now the stock dropped down to 15, 20, you're going to say, you know what? I should have listened to Fausto. Okay, let me show you to help you so you could help yourself to make this as a full career. Couple of people in here just registering. By the way, I'm just going to show you. You can see your name right here. I got your registration. Who is this? Robert, I got your registration. John Z, got your registration. You can see all these registrations coming in right now. So, by the way, when you register, very important, everybody, there is a questionnaire. Please fill out that questionnaire. It's 5 questions. You got to let us know a little bit about you, because I need to know what kind of trader you are. Do you have level 3? You know, how much you're trading with, broker you're dealing with. Did you take, very important, did anyone teach you? Did you ever take any paid courses? Not these free things, okay? Because I want to know what kind of style you were trained, because we need to analyze. We're like doctors, okay? We need to check your blood. We got to look at your chart before we could sit there and, you know, let you know what you're looking at. We don't want you to come in here confused. And not only that, but every one of you are going to be getting will be getting registered, and we'll have an education advisor who's going to help you out. John, well, good. Okay, there you are. John G, I got yours. Thank you very much. Already did it. I know. We'll join when it. Well, Dennis, Jenny, you did it. You love it. You know what, John? That's great. When you're ready, because I know it's not the perfect time for you, for your situation, we're not going anywhere. I'm going to make you one guarantee, Dennis. The stock market's not going out of business. Okay? You take care of what you got to take care of. When the time's right, I had people that came back 3-5 years later. Just hopefully don't make it too long. That's all I ask. All right. Any other questions, fellow traders? $9. First 20 people get a coaching class with me. If not, at least you'll get one of my other instructors. This is what you're going to get. Let me just bring this back. You're going to get pre-market trading, after-market trading. You're going to learn how to trade with level 3, level 4. You're going to get your education advisor. You're going to get 3 pro workshops that are going to come along with it immediately. You're going to get a Traders Talk library. All those live Traders Talk events that we do, you're going to be able to access the old ones. You're going to get all this stuff. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it really is a $2,200 value. We're giving it away because I am looking to recruit new traders that I could train, that I could teach and trade together and make money. And like I said, if it doesn't work out, you can have your $9 back. Okay. I just need to look to find serious traders that want to do this for a life, for a career. Listen, some of you are starting to get retired. Maybe you are retired. You're not going back to work. You need to, you can't live off your money. You got to be able to build on it, on your retirement. And let me tell you, you can go through that money like that, especially with inflation today. You see what gas prices are going on. You know what? Don't get ticked off. Go out there and capitalize on it. That's what you're going to learn at Cyber Trading University. You're going to realize, like, damn, you know what? Oil is so much money. Guess what? If you bought oil when we were trading energy stocks, you would have made 300%, 400%, 500%. You're like, you know what? Let oil go to $10. Okay, because this stock keeps going up. Who cares? Let it keep going, because you could always make it back on the other way. James, Tom Sosnoff's a very good friend of mine. He's actually going to be live here at Cyber Trading University. He does Tasty Works. It's another platform we're endorsed by, but you'll be able to do that. Absolutely. Martin, yes, it does work if you have under 25,000. Absolutely. Absolutely. You could also do a couple of trades a week, and you could do a swing trade. Maria has a question. Can I get the trading room and study this weekend? Yes, Marie. Listen, today is Tuesday. So what you will do is you're going to get your education advisor. You're going to have access to our portal page. You'll see some of the classes. You let us know when you're going to book an appointment with the education advisor. The sooner you book it, the faster we're going to let you in the room. You just don't automatically get in there. We want to make sure we teach you and educate you and talk to you, show you what you're looking at, because you'll be very confused. You might think you know what you're doing, but when you go on the floor in the exchange, let us do an orientation. Let's show you for about 10 minutes. So when you get in there, you're going to benefit from it. Okay, so that's the big. So the faster you go in there, the faster you learn. Another thing, another person was asking me about, is there someone you could recommend for options or somebody? Listen, if anybody is interested in any other courses, like if I recommend anybody else in a different industry, whatever, just send me an email. if you don't move forward with me, I'll be happy to tell you. You know, I'd rather you being, you know, look at the right person than the wrong person. A couple other people are registering right now. Let me just do a couple of shout outs. What I got right here. I got Kirkney. I got your registration. Murray M. I just got your registration. Marie K. Got your registration. Robert Nicholson got your registration. What else we got here? Conrad R. got your registration. Welcome aboard. Keith Stevens, you can see them all right here. These are all registrations coming in. You can look at the times right here. Good. I'm glad all you guys are registering. You guys are going to have a fun time. You're going to have an exciting time. Listen, it's time to kind of enjoy it. Listen, you saw what happened with COVID. You saw how the market crashed and how it rebounded. You see what's going on. There's a war going on. Let me tell you, if there does happen to be a World War III, you damn well better learn how to trade the stock market, because things could change on you like a blink of an eye. You know what I mean? And there's going to be great opportunities out there. Unfortunately, something that I wish it doesn't happen, but we can't predict the future, but we better be prepared for it. And you got to know how to trade the market, because if you have an IRA or you trading, you know, everything you work for, you could lose it, and you want to be able to know how to manage it. Hi, Fausto. Could you let us know how to get these platforms? Yes. So was it Shanita? So what you do, Shanita, did you register? I don't know if I saw you registered. When you register and you do the trial, let me know. The instructor will send you the links. By the way, we got promotions with all these brokerage firms. If you're one of our students, you're going to get the red carpet treatment, because these brokerage firms know that if you learn, you're going to be a client of theirs forever. So we got great discounts. But before we show you how to use it, let me show you how to use it first, okay? But we'll walk you through how to get all that stuff. Okay. All right, fellow traders. Listen, I gotta go. My wife keeps calling me because my son is wrestling, and he's going on in about 15 minutes. So I got to shoot over to the school to go watch him. It's one of the benefits and one of the great things. You only got one shot when they do these things. So I'm gonna go out there, watch him wrestle. He's doing great. He's 10-2. So it's his last week. So he just won his first championship tournament. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's going on now. But I'm gonna go run to him. In the meantime, I will see you all tomorrow in the trading room. And if you can't make tomorrow, if you're not ready, you tell the instructor when you're ready to get started. You can start on Monday, whatever it is, but lock in the rate now, and then you have it. And when you're ready to start, we'll get you up and running. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. I like to thank the staff, CTU. Greg, you did a great job as usual today, getting all these wonderful people in here, Media Pub and everyone else, all my partners and brokerage firms that help you get here. Thank you very much for it. But remember, they did you a favor. So let's go out there and start doing it and start making money. Thanks everybody for watching. And and by the way, when this video's over, you're gonna watch me on Nasdaq talking about Moderna before the virus took off, and you're gonna see how Moderna went from $20 to $500. So don't watch that video as you're registering. You log out. Thanks everybody. See you all in the trading room.